So for setting up either split squat, it's really important we start with the feet hip distance apart. If you step back and your stance is too narrow, you are setting yourself up for failure. You're not going to feel stable in that position. So start with the feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, and take a big step back, maintaining that hip distance between the feet. I actually want you to think about your feet because they are your physical root, your physical foundation in this exercise. So I want you to actively drive your front foot down into the floor more. I really want you to feel the bottom of your foot connecting to the floor. And you want to find 3 points, the ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe and the heel. You want to try and keep your toes relaxed and pressing the whole foot into the floor to create an active tripod. And that's going to give you a really strong base for that front leg. On the back leg, we want to make sure that our foot isn't rolling out towards the little toe. So you want to stack the heel right over the middle of the foot. And if I was looking at your split squat from the back, that's what I would want to see, a nice stacked foot at the back. And if I just stand here and I focus on finding that tripod foot at the front foot and that stack on the back foot, I can already feel like my muscles kicking in, ready to support this movement, especially on that back leg. I can feel my calf, my hamstrings and my glutes. The next thing we're going to think about is our torso. So we want to make sure that we pull the lower ribs and the pelvis closer together at the front. This creates a stack between the rib cage and the pelvis. It puts us into a neutral spine and it allows all the core muscles to work equally and effectively. And now we're going to load this exercise. So we're just going to think about taking the torso, taking our centre of mass straight down through the middle towards the floor, loading both legs and then driving through the feet, through the floor to come back up. So I'm maintaining that stacked torso, I'm maintaining that base through both feet, and I'm using both legs to control the movement down, driving through the floor to come back up. One common mistake that I see is that people don't understand their active range in this position. So when we watch it from the back, we get a lot of this. In other words, guys, this is not what we want to see. I want to see your spine staying straight on the way down, your hips loading straight down. And once you hit your natural stopping point, that's it. If I'm seeing this movement pattern, you've gone beyond your active range. And we get a lot of stress on the external part of the hip and the lower back. And then we get a lot of women experiencing hip and lower back issues in relation to this training style. And this is how we add our dumbbells into the mix. So first we deadlift them off the floor and then we set up our split squat. So feet hip distance apart, big step back, and then we choose our variation. So if I'm doing upright torso, I'm finding my grounding through my feet. I'm stacking my rib cage and pelvis, and I'm squeezing my arms into the side of my body. I'm loading my centre of mass straight down. I'm loading both legs, drive through the floor and come back up.